Hello, and welcome to Chemistry 11. Today, we're going to learn about chemical reactions, which are important processes needed for many significant events, including our own existence. We can actually find chemical reactions everywhere, including inside our own homes.
When we pick fruit from, say, a tree or its source of life, it already starts the process of dying because it is removed from the source that kept it alive in the first place. And if we remember, plants have cell walls, and food like fruits and vegetables have thick cell walls that make it edible for a while. However, these fruits and vegetables start to rot after a few days because the cell walls are starting to break down. The breaking down of cell walls is then sped up by factors such as air, other microorganisms, temperature, even light. Microorganisms start to break down fruits, in this example, and oxygen further improves the growth of these microorganisms. Fruits exposed to oxygen will undergo an oxidation reaction or a chemical reaction that further increases the speed of the spoiling process. Temperature, on the other hand, is a factor as well. The higher the temperature, the faster the food rots. Light is also a common factor as to why fruits rot. Photodegradation is another process that fruits exposed to light will undergo and leads to discoloration and loss of vitamins, proteins, and even flavor. Based on this, we can say that rotting fruit is a chemical reaction because there is a change to the complex substance, specifically fruit, that deteriorates it to a simpler substance. In burning a candle, we can observe the chemical reaction of combustion. When we lit the candle, the hydrogen and carbon molecules that wax of the candle is made of react with oxygen in the air that produces CO2 or carbon dioxide and water through the form of steam. A little smoke is also made from the process because the wax from the candle never really burns perfectly. We can say that burning a candle is a chemical reaction because the process produces new substances such as CO2 and steam. When we eat food, we undergo the process of digestion. There are two types of digestion, mechanical and chemical. In mechanical digestion, this is where chewing, peristalsis, and all the like happen in order to break down food into smaller pieces. There is no chemical change that happens here. However, in chemical digestion, this is where the chemical reaction happens. Digestive enzymes break down the smaller pieces of food for mechanical digestion by breaking down the chemical bonds that keep the food particles together. Nutrients are broken down into simpler substances. Fats are broken down into fatty acids and monoglycerides. Nucleic acids are broken down into nucleotides. Polysaccharides are broken down into monosaccharides. Proteins are broken down into amino acids.
Did you know that washing our hands actually involves a chemical reaction as well? Oil from our body is how dirt sticks to our hands. It binds to it, and while water dissolves most particles that stick to our hands, it can't dissolve oil. This is why we use soap. Soap has surfactants, which stand for surface active agents. Surfactants are molecules that consist of a hydrophobic or a water-hating tail and a hydrophilic or a water-loving head. The hydrophilic head of the surfactants binds with water, and the hydrophobic tail binds with oil, and dirt bound to the oil. Soap doesn't dissolve oil, but its molecules bind to it, which makes it easier to wash away with water. Washing our hands with soap involves a chemical reaction. The soap's surfactant molecules' hydrophobic tails get attracted to the oil. The surfactants form a circle around the oil, bind to it, and once the surfactant molecules' hydrophilic heads get attracted to the water, the dirt and the surfactant molecules get washed along with it. For disinfecting surfaces with detergent, it's almost the same as the previous reaction. The main difference is the substance used with water to get rid of oil and dirt. Detergents have more chemical ingredients like enzymes, which help clean stains like food and blood by breaking them up. Some enzymes are proteases and lipase, which break up proteins and fats respectively. Its difference with soap is that soap's ingredients are biodegradable, like fats. However, disinfecting surfaces with detergent follows the same process as washing your hands with soap. Surfactants in detergent have hydrophobic tails and hydrophilic heads. that both bind to oil and dirt and water respectively. The oil and dirt are washed away with the water when the detergent's respective tails are bound to both the oil and dirt and water. We hope this video was informative and gave you a better perspective of how amazing these chemical reactions are.